Flooding in China, more than 150 people died when the Yangtze River burst its banks. Beijing July 10, damage from widespread flooding in China could run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Hard-hit Hubei province has seen some of the worst flooding around the Yangtze River. The Yangtze River region has its second highest daily rainfall in more than 50 years, authorities said Saturday, because of deadly flooding that affected much of China. The water level reached a record high, causing many sections of the Yangtze River to burst its banks, and the floodwaters swept away many houses and people. About 29,000 homes were damaged and 147 people died or were missing. Much of mainland China was affected, including large swaths of the west such as Tibet and Xinjiang. Damage was estimated in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Following coronavirus-related shutdowns and the closure of overseas markets, flood damage poses a new threat to the Chinese economy. Hubei province is particularly severely affected by the Yangtze River flowing through the province. Wuhan was the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak 2 years ago in China and experienced one of the country's longest shutdowns. Officials from the Ministry of Water Resources said rain has been intermittent in many areas of China since mid-June and warnings have been issued on a total of 433 rivers. Flooding reached rooftops in many cities and towns. President Xi Jinping called on the government and military to mobilize to rescue and resettle people. China has entered a critical period for flood control, she said. Flooding has been a major threat to much of central China for centuries, but experts say the rampant construction of dams in recent decades has severed connections between rivers and lakes and floodplains and aggravate flooding. The floods have only just begun, but have already devastated many parts of China. Floods this year are predicted to be even more severe than in 2021.